Yikes. It seems like some more bad news. News just, I don't know, keeps rolling downhill on Miss AH. Perhaps this teaches us that maybe you shouldn't go to the Washington Post, one of the largest newspapers and online news sources available, and write a lengthy lie piece about an ex. I mean, maybe just chill. I mean, maybe just be happy that you have $10 million in the bank and you're a mediocrely sought after actress in a DC film franchise that had just made $1 billion. But, or you could decide that you don't have enough and that you want the whole world to see that you are just an awful, awful, awful human being. Well, that awful human being just got hit with another lawsuit. Yet another lawsuit on top of some hilarious lyrics floating out around there that perhaps could be about her. We're going to get in all that after a super quick word from this video sponsor, Sheath. Huge shout out to this video sponsor. That's right, Sheath. These boxers are designed to keep your balls off your legs. Sheath has 3 individual compartments to keep everything down there separate and cool and comfortable. And hey, since they've been a long-time sponsor, I've heard from many of you who have tried out Sheath and really love it. They were invented by a U.S. Army soldier who came up with the idea for Sheath during his second tour in Iraq, where it was hot as heck and his boys needed to breathe. And on top of all sorts of awesome designs for Sheath, they've added all sorts of winter items, hoodies, gator necks, and all sorts of base layers. Head on over to the link in the description and pin comment down below. Use my promo code to save and support the channel and keep everything nice, cool, and dry. I know, fellas, you probably don't think about changing that kind of stuff very often, but what I've been telling people is just try them out. You've got like almost nothing to lose. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised just how comfortable they are, especially here now in the summer months. So she catches another lawsuit caused by, quote, the willful acts of herself. Now, her own insurance company on Friday filed a lawsuit against the Aquaman actress, contending that it does not have to pay any money after her unsuccessful defense of, well, her lies. A jury last month, of course, found that she did, in fact, defame her ex in an op-ed back in 2018. Quote, the jury's factual findings establish her liability is caused by the willful acts of herself. New York Marine and General Insurance said in a suit filed in federal court on Friday, the LA Times reported Saturday. New York Marine said is not liable for costs associated with an independently appointed defense counsel for the actress, the Times noted. Quote, an actual controversy has arisen and now exists between the plaintiff on the one hand and AH on the other with regard to the duties and obligations owed between the plaintiff and her under the policy with respect to indemnity. The insurance company's complaint further stated. Her and her legal team have made it clear that she does not intend to pay JD the millions that she does in fact owe him. Elaine Bredehoft, an attorney for her, said told the Today host Savannah Guthrie last month that her client was absolutely not going to pay. Notably, the actress admitted under oath during the trial that she had not paid the millions of dollars she pledged from her divorce settlement to the Children's Hospital of LA or the ACLU. Well, I suppose that's, I guess that probably means that we can trust that she is not going to buy this, that she's not going to pay it. I imagine that if I'm Team JD, this is what I would do. They'd look at getting an injunction to stop her from repeating statements that the jury found were defamatory, and then stipulating that the payments won't be made and there won't be any judgment outstanding, trying to get out of it. Now, it's interesting. Now, when you have like an insurance company that's, covering her against this type of thing, the fact that she's going out now and getting sued by them is pretty spicy. Now, she said Now, here's the issue. Her insurer is suing the actress in LA, alleging that the federal court that the actress's policy does not cover any of the $8.3 million in losses. I don't know why they're suing her, but they're basically saying, like, no. See, while she, whom the insurer says lives in LA County, did in fact have a $1 million liability policy with a New York Marine and General Insurance Co., the policy does not cover willful misconduct, which is exactly what the jury in the defamation case found she was indeed liable for, according to the complaint filed. The insurance company says that the jury found that the defamation she committed against the Pirate star was both willful and malicious. So she had probably been hoping to cash in on at least $1 million of that insurance policy or some amount of it to help pay this off. And they've already come out and said, nope, not happening. You are not getting any of that money. And in even more embarrassing news, JD donated money to charity that she had pledged their divorce money to. The donations that age pledged to the Children's Hospital and other locations became a big subject of conversation throughout the trial against JD, specifically whether or not any of the money was actually received by the organizations like the ACLU. In the end, it was determined that much of the money hadn't ever been donated, presumably because she had so many legal bills at the moment. JD reports indicates that $800,000 in total was donated to various hospitals within and outside of the United States from the money made by his NFT art. So he went out to put on some NFT sale, raised $800,000, and then donated to the places that she stiffed. I mean, I can't imagine a better. This is like 15th degree chess. Getting the passive aggressive. Hey, I know she coached, or she kind of screwed you over on donating the money that she had promised. Well, I'm going to give you $800,000 because I can. On top of this, some lyrics from JD's new song came out, and they appear to relate to, well, somebody. He's silent no more. JD is using his latest album to sing about his winning of the contentious trial. Quote, I think you've said enough for one MFing night, he sings on the record he made with legendary British guitarist Jeff Beck, which is set to be released Friday. Jeez, they pushed that release up. He penned 2 songs on the album, one titled 18 with Beck and the former Yardbirds guitarist. The tunes appeared to reveal how JD had been feeling during the grueling weeks-long trial that exposed the couple's troubled marriage to the world. You're sitting there like a dog with a 7-year itch, he sings on one track called Sad Effort in Parade, according to the Times. If I had a dime, it wouldn't reach your hand, he belts out another song. If I had a dime, it wouldn't reach your hand. Well, he does have money. After his 2 songs, the remaining tracks on the album are cover songs, including Caroline by No, by the Beach Boys, Brian Wilson, Lou Reed's Venus and the Furs, by Velvet Underground, according to the Times. Outside of his prolific acting career, he has a long history of playing music. He recently announced he will be going on tour next summer with a rock supergroup Hollywood Vampires, which consists of JD, Joe Perry, Alice Cooper, and Tom Heinrichsen. He scored a win, of course, in the last month. I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously, those lyrics are, in fact, about her. But, I mean, he's entitled to that. This on top of even more bad news, that she's on the FBI radar amid the ongoing perjury investigation. Recently, a retired agent spilled the beans to the Law and Crime website that the FBI is possible to get involved in the probe. The FBI maintains an office in Canberra, and there are FBI agents permanently assigned to Australia on a rotating basis. Part of their mission is to liaison and assistance, so if the Australians needed something from them here in the United States, they would certainly contact the FBI's Australian office, and they would be likely to assist. This meaning they're still going on she still has this perjury issue in Australia from the dogs. Now this is basically the actions, and I'm pretty sure that JD also participated in this dog thing, right? Because they put out that weird video, like unsettling video, where they were like apologizing but seemed really weird. You know, there is a whole slew of just very bad things that continue to happen. But this is all karmic justice. This isn't as if she's some sort of unwitting participant in all of this. These are all, you know, actions that are a direct result of her own behavior. Nobody forced that op-ed to be written. Nobody forced them to bring their dogs there. Nobody forced them to break the law. Nobody forced her to steal other survivor stories and pretend that they were her own. Nobody forced her to continue to go out there and be a walking L. These are all decisions of her own. And, you know, I honestly am very concerned that JD is going to let her off. I think he should collect the money. I really do. Actions have consequences, and he should get them. He should take the money. He shouldn't let her off. You let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Make sure to check out Sheath. There'll be a link in the description. Give him a try. I think that many of you are going to be really comfortable in them. And it's rare that we think about changing that kind of stuff, but I'm certainly glad I did. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.